Hello everyone and welcome back to Path of Exile Dissonance. Picking up right where we left off from last episode, cleaned up my inventory a little bit, back from the nether. I didn't clean this up though, but I will pull out that raw pinky meat. And I should have some more. We really need to get better storage going. This storage is so bad. It's so bad. I thought I had one. I thought I already had some of that, but I might have accidentally thrown it out. Nonetheless, that's okay. We still have plenty of these. We're going to go ahead and cook these up real quick and see what they're all about. But in the meantime, we need to get ourselves going with some create, because I am tired of not having any form of processing in any little way. I would love to have a form of some processing. And then that way we can actually start moving on to something a little bit better, a little bit cleaner. In the meantime, let's go ahead and grab our create stuff. We'll grab a few things out of the chest here. And it looks, I'm just kind of gathering like what we have and don't have at the moment and what we might need. Also, there's the heavy plated shield from Immersive. This is going to be really cool as a paladin build eventually, in my opinion. I don't know if we'll be able to make a really cool one, but we'll see nonetheless. But let's go ahead and get into create, if I can spell it right. And I think what we're looking for, first off, we are going to need the mixer. But let's go ahead and come up to the quests here. It should be in line with everything. Also, that's the shield hero quest. Oh, that was actually a pretty decent amount of XP. That would have been useful earlier on. Also, look at all of this stuff. There's an insane amount of this ore. I think I'm going to put it over here for the time being, just for the sake of cleaning out our good chest here. And all of the ore, let's go ahead and pull all this ore out. And we'll put that up here for now, even though this has other things besides just ore in it. But that'll work for the time being. Also, we did this legendary small currency treasure box. I guess I never opened it before. Painful lesson. Become enlightened to half the map's loot bonus to quadruple the experience bonus? Oh, this is only usable on maps. This comes a little bit later on. I remember this. Mine and Slash has a thing. There was only one time I ever got far enough, I think, to get to maps, and I don't feel like I got to experience it very well, but nonetheless, let's move on. Technology. So it wants us to making brass. We need the mechanical mixer. So we're gonna need to make a whisk, which means we're gonna need some iron plates and some andesite alloys. So where's my andesite alloys? We're gonna probably need a little bit more zinc, and I'm assuming, yes, we do have more andesite, which is good. Good. We're gonna need all of that andesite. And we do have iron sheets. Good. Okay, so let's go ahead and find the mixer. I think it's the basin as well is what I'm going to need also. And then there's the mechanical mixer. So we just need the whisk. And then we should be able to craft the actual mechanical mixer. So that should be the quest completed. That gives us a pre-made piece of brass already, which is wonderful. I don't really quite understand the XP bonuses on some of these, but I don't know. Maybe there's a reasoning behind it. Very well might be. But the RPM converter, this is going to be amazing. And then we can see the different dank storages down here. And the mechanical crafter. That is what we're going to be working towards now. But we need that brass first. That's what's been holding us back. And that's what we're going to try to get into today. So let's go ahead and for the time being pop this up out of the way. We are going to need this here. So we are going to need, let's see, what do we have back here? Because I'm going to have to swap this around a little bit. What do we got? We got the fan and a gear shift. Okay. I think I'm just going to need to use some very specifically placed cogwheels here. This is definitely not going to look very pretty, by the way. But for the time being, it will work, I hope. I don't know if this is going to speed up the process or not, but we'll see. Unfortunately, that doesn't work. Okay, so we'll need a small one here, it looks like. And then we'll hop our mechanical mixer on there. There we go. So we can see the mechanical mixer is now moving, doing its thing. We will need the basin underneath. And underneath this, and I know this is going to get messy, but we're going to clean this up. But this is just for the time being. We got our little blaze friend down here heating this up. So now we just need to place in, which I believe is copper and zinc to make brass. I was about to say, if we don't have any copper and zinc, I'm going to flip out. So let's go ahead and preemptively get some of this cooked up. We got plenty of coal. I've been mining it like crazy because of our fortune pickaxe, getting plenty of experience, or at least trying to. And we just, yeah, we'll just start filling up some of these blast furnaces with it so I don't have to worry about it too much. But this shield is so cool. I love it. I'm probably gonna maybe turn this into kind of like my own little blacksmith and be my personalized little blacksmith house, I guess, for the most part. I kind of like the thought of it. Sounds pretty awesome if you ask me. Figure it might be something we could, I don't know, I guess you say role play. I don't really know. But as far as this is concerned anyways, so let's go ahead and toss in 5 of those and 5 of those. Okay, well that doesn't work that way. Also could be the magnet affecting this. Let me turn the magnet off. Yeah, there we go. So we're going to toss those in. Toss that in. Did I mess up brass? Brass. All right, hold on. Mixing. Copper, zinc. Heated. All right, let's look at this thing. Can provide heat to items processed in the basin. I've only done this a couple times. Oh, we need to give it fuel. Is that what it is? We actually have to give it like some sort of fuel. Let's see if this works. It showed planks as well, but let's go ahead and try out this. Now, I do know there's another method. Yep, that looks about right. Possibly. Still not doing it though. And it appears that this mechanical mixer is not rotating with enough speed. Okay, so I know how to fix that. I know exactly how to fix that. We're going to hook this up in such a way. Actually, we need to start off with the small cogwheel going to the big cogwheel. How much speed do you need? Holy cow. I'm running out of room. And the problem is I think I might need another big one. Of course, a gear shift or a gear box actually would probably be very beneficial here as well. So maybe let's craft one of those. Now there's other ways of making this a little bit better as well and speeding things up, but we're not quite there yet. We'll get there in a minute. And then I believe we also have a wrench, which we are going to need. So let's grab that for the quick moment. We're just trying to get this thing up and running is basically what we're trying to do real quick. We'll do this. We'll see if this is fast enough. I'm not entirely sure. It might be. It might not be. There's that. How much speed does this thing need? Holy jeez. Please tell me. Okay, I was going to say, please tell me I can pick that up. All right, we're just going to have to... We're going to have to put the speed on this bad boy. Unfortunately, we're just going to have to keep doing this until we get enough speed for this. So you can see how I'm doing this. Hopefully you understand. So you start with a small one. You go from the small one and hook up to the big one. And from the big one needs to hook up to a small one. The small one needs to be touched up to that one, and then so forth and so forth. And it's going to slowly but surely get faster and faster. There are other methods of doing this. There's the chain drive, and then there's also the rotation speed controller, both of which should help increase the speed as well, but early on this is just kind of a way of doing it as well, and this is just the way that I'm currently doing it. So it seems like this thing wants us to go pretty quick, so we're gonna go ahead and hook it up as fast as I can kind of get it rolling for the time being, and that should be maybe good enough. Then we'll put this guy down here, so this is gonna be having to be placed down over. Really? You're gonna go make me get more water wheels? It also could be the fact that this is not necessarily doing right. You know, why don't we just put it in the back? Let's just do that. Oh, I was about to try to vein mine this. All right, let me pick all this stuff up. Let me set this up in the back, and I'll get this speed going. All right, everyone, we're gonna try to see if this is moving fast enough. I think it is. It's just enough with what we currently have now. If we needed more, I think a couple more water wheels would probably do it. Necessarily, probably the best thing to have would be a windmill, but we will get to that eventually. I'm not quite ready. I mean, I could make it, but I'm stubborn. I can't help it. I'm a very stubborn person, if you don't know already. But there we go. We have that all set up and ready to go. I'm going to turn my magnet off again. This doesn't look like it's saying it's overstressed or anything, or that, you know, what is what. But let's go ahead and toss in the copper ingots and the zinc, and there we go. Now we're doing things. Finally. It only took a little bit of ingenuity and messing around. Now, how do I know if this was going to work? Well, it didn't freeze up. I didn't know if we was going to have enough or not. It was just kind of a play-by-play, whether or not it would work or not. And there are goggles for that. You can get the goggles and everything, and that would probably help. But yeah, I just didn't quite do that. But we are going to need a few things. So to make this a little bit easier on ourselves, as you can see, there we go. There's overstressed right there. And so I start building backwards until it says that it's not overstressed. And I'm going to go ahead and probably put it right here for the time being. So that way we have that. And we're going to go ahead and make ourselves a few pieces of brass plate. And we're probably going to need more than this, but yeah. So let's actually go grab the rest of it, because honestly, we could take the easy route and get an alloy kiln going. But seeing as how we pretty much have this method, I do kind of like this method. I think it's pretty cool, and it would be fun to set up and automate at some point. Yeah. I don't know. I guess maybe I'm all for some of the easier things sometimes. I'm not sure really how to put it. Let me know, how are you all? Do you guys usually go for the easier thing, or do you like doing the complex stuff? I know some people generally like to go for the complex things. I like to swap it up sometimes myself. Okay, of course you wouldn't throw it in there, right? Why would you want to go in there, right? There we go. Of course, I don't think you need to feed it that much fuel that I did either. I just went ahead and did it because I have so much coal. I'm not worried about it. I go in here and mine after recording sometimes just to... Oh, so it can only do so much at once. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's fine. That's okay. Put the rest in and get the rest out. We'll get all the brass we need, and then we can start making some of the andesite stuff that we want. So there we go. There's that. We're going to break to here, basically. We don't really need to break it off. Like I said, we're going to clean this up a little bit at some point here soon anyways, but we're going to go ahead and get a few more pieces. We'll do 10. So we have an even 16 brass sheets. In fact, actually, let's do 2 more, because I'm going to go ahead and probably make that hammer real quick. I was just trying to right-click it off the side. Did not quite work. But there we go. So that is that is our basic setup. I know it does not look pretty, But we will get it looking pretty, I promise. But we're trying to work on some other things at the moment. We're trying to get the infrastructure all done, and then that way we can set up a better setup when we get there. All right, so we have that. Plus, I'm trying to race towards getting the mechanical crafters going. Now, for this, I'm almost positive we're gonna probably need a windmill. I think, possibly, almost probable. I don't think there's been a time in the past where I tried setting this up and I didn't need a windmill, so we'll see. We'll see. So now we can craft the brass casings. And in order to do this, we're going to need, what, 7 crafts of these? So we only need to craft this like twice. Really? Is this guy actually coming into my house? You better not come into my house. I did not invite you over. I'm just going to go ahead and preemptively make 3 because these brass casings are used for other things as well. So here we go. What am I missing? Oh, we need more cogwheels. So there's 18 of those. We'll need a little bit more of these cogwheels here. Let's see. Let's do this and then this. And then we can quickly craft up a few more of those. And that'll get us... I did that stupid thing again. I shouldn't have had that spare one on me. We only need 21 of these to craft the grind thing. Dang it. Alright. But we might go ahead and utilize these last 2 large cogwheels to make some water wheels. So we can get 5. I'm going to see if we can get the mechanical crafter going on those. I don't think I've actually tried. So that's going to be my excuse, is we're going to experiment. We're going to experiment and see if it is possible. Now, some of you in the comments below might already know. Take a guess. Let me know. See if you think you might be right. In this version, it might be a little different than what you're thinking. This is 1:15 of create, so there is that possibility that it might have worked in the past, and there's that possibility it might not have. So keep that in mind. I don't have any more bricks on me. Boo. I need a way to get... So I don't have to run back and forth. I need a way to get through there a little bit quicker. Let's see. Do I have bricks? I don't. I'm gonna have to craft some up. Okay. There is a little bit of an easier way for me, I guess. Would be like... Oh, come on. Alright, that works. At least that way works. Right? So we're gonna go out at least to here. Hold on, let me turn my magnet back on. Sorry, I can't live life without my magnet. I have to have it. It's so good. Actually, hold on, what am I doing? That doesn't even need to be there. And then that is where our water is gonna be. We need to pick this up, and we're gonna grab our last 2 water wheels that are gonna go right there. We will wanna put water above them to make sure everyone is happy. And then that's where that comes into play. And we're gonna see if we can actually get this mechanical crafter up and running with 5 water wheels, hopefully with the max amount. And hopefully there's enough there that we can actually do everything that we're wanting to do. Now, do we have those goggles? I don't remember if I made the goggles. The goggles do seem kind of handy. They're just gold 2 pieces. Okay, do I have a piece of gold? I mean, I guess I could get a piece of gold and do that, but at the same time, I'm being stubborn. I'm being stubborn. I know I have everything to do it, and I have plenty of glass just chilling out here because I crafted some. Alright, we'll need the mechanical press here. So let's see what we can do real quick. We're gonna try this out. We're just gonna quickly make... Dang magnet. I love it to death, but it's gonna get me in so much... You've gotta be joking me right now. Do it again. Thank you. Was it really that hard? And then we have a crafting table. I'll just plop this down here real quick, and we're just gonna craft that up real fast. So at the current speed, we have 256 stress units. That's what the SU stands for. We might try to get into this a little bit more, I don't know. What is the word I'm looking for? In depth, I suppose. But let's go ahead and set this up for the actual grindstones first. So we're going to utilize some of these blocks here. I'll place this down. I believe this is how this actually goes, is like this. And that should be correct because we have 3 left. We needed 21. We had 24. So this should be the correct placement for that. Now let's see if placing these cogwheels down works. At current speed, 32 stress units. So it looks like we can actually do it. I'm not going to worry about the speed. The speed is not relevant. It just kind of helps speed up the craft. I don't need it to be sped up. I just need it to work. That's all I care about at the moment. So we need all of these kind of going in basically one direction in the end. So I'm going to have mine all go this way. I'll have all of this come down. This one's going to go off that way. So everything looks like it will craft up relatively well. And then we just need the... I always forget the name of these things. I keep calling them grindstones. They're... What are those stupid things called? Crushing wheels. Did they change? Oh my god, there's so much... Okay, well, we only need a little bit anyways, because this is going to craft both of them with one craft. So we just need a stone, 4 planks in the middle. So let's go ahead and craft those. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need a piece of stone in the middle, which I think andesite is classified as that. Listen, if that one was there, then that one should work. And then we're going to need a bunch of... Oh, we can eat this now. Let's see what this does. Nice. Oh, wow. Strength 2 for 20 seconds. We might save those. Put that in the bag. Yeah, definitely going to save those. All right, so we got some spare zinc. Let's go ahead and get some nuggets made. We're going to go ahead and get the andesite alloy going because we know we need a literal ton of this stuff always. And we'll pop the rest of that away. Spare one of those away. We're going to have to clean up the inventory badly. But here we go. We're going to do it. Now, the next one we should... For the crushing wheel, because I kind of just want to get it running. I know how I'm like just wanting to get everything running at this point, but yeah. Here we go. It's going to be slow, like I said, but it's cool because you can enjoy your first craft. It's so gorgeous watching this actually come together like this. I love it so much. It's so cool. And then clunk. And then over to the next one. Oh, gorgeous. I love that. Screenshot. And then it should just spit it right out this side. And there we have it. A pair of giants. Kinetic stress impact. 8 times RPM. So there we go. So we got our mechanical crafting and all that good stuff going. We got our quest completed here. This gives us 1,000 XP. So useful. And eventually an arm for an arm, which is a mechanical arm. That'll give us 2,000 XP. The RPM converter, also another 2,000 RPM. I think my brain just literally just fell over in my head. It actually just fell down and yeah. So I don't see the dependency button on this one. I'm not sure as to what the dependency is for unlocking this at the moment. I'm assuming it's something because generally you should be able to click on this and there There's normally like a little button here you can click that's like show dependencies, like this is what you need, but it says note, in order to access this quest you must complete finding the right ores in Act 3, which I've already done so. Oh, okay. Well, they did change that up, so that's how you make the engineer's manual. We don't necessarily need to get into immersive right now. I'm not gonna look at trying to get into immersive right now. What I wanted was at least this, and I've been playing with Vein Miner on almost everything lately, so you'll have to forgive me every time that screen comes up, because I'm hitting that stupid button. You all have to at least have that same thing, right? Like, I'm not the only person that goes from pack to pack and then, you know, that just kind of comes up, right? Like, I'm not the only one, right? There's got to be more. There's got to be. So, there is a way for us to set this up in such a way, and we could get the crushing wheels set up on this in a way to work on this. Let's go and pick these up for the time being. I'm gonna probably sort through this a little bit later on. I think I need maybe another gearbox. I'm trying to remember how I normally would set these up, because I think we can do this off of our current speed and everything. I think we would be able to. 512 stress units at current speed. Okay, well, that's obviously not gonna work. That's obviously not gonna work. So 256. So I'm assuming we're gonna need probably more. Now I could set up another system just like this and mirror it and have the water wheels going this way, have another set going the opposite way, that way these actually work together. But it seems like we might not be able to do this unless it's a lot slower. So it'd have to be at this speed, which is gonna take a while for it to actually work through all of that. But it looks like it's definitely possible off of water wheels themselves. So I'm thinking, I'm trying to remember how I set one of these up. I always forget how I set these up. All right, everyone, and I think we got it figured out. Or at least, there's probably better ways of doing it. Create has a ton of different ways of doing things, and this is maybe just kind of the simplest way I could maybe throw this all together real quick like. So we got the little sparkles coming out from the center, which means it should be working. I was under the impression that this also does not work when it's going the wrong way like this, and I guess that is correct. So I also grabbed half a stack of iron ore. So that shows, can I? Oh, this isn't like that one. So it looks like it has to be going down, like it has to be pushing in this way, which is why we have this little gear shift here right off of this, and then a gearbox shaft and a gearbox to make that set up, and it looks like it's working. So we're gonna go ahead and toss in half a stack and see what we get out of half a stack of this. Now this is gonna take a second because this is not going at a fast speed, we'll say. It would take longer as well if it was a full stack, so every, you know, more of an amount that you end up putting into this is gonna take longer, but let's just kind of see what half a stack is going to net us. I would not say on average, because one trial run's probably not going to give us a good amount, but I'm sure there's been a lot of statistics of this done in the past for everyone to see, and I'm sure if you wanted to look it up, you probably could. I'm not going to worry about that too much right now. We're just going to kind of see what we can get real quick off of quick 32 iron ore. Like I said, it's going to take a second, unfortunately, but we have it now, and I can actually start setting this up, running our ores through it, and then probably just tossing into a blast furnace. To be fair, I could just go ahead and maybe even consider hooking this up in a sense with another gear shift. So say for instance, like here, we set up the gear shift there. We could grab, I don't think I have any cobblestone on me, but I know where to get some. Oh, it's done. Oh, there's some cobblestone. So that gave us 52 crushed iron. That's not too bad in my opinion. I'm just going to leave that down there. No one saw anything. So, and then from there, what we can do is, say for instance, we'll set this up. I know I'm dragging this on and I probably shouldn't, but I'm just a bad role model in this sense. So we don't really need this at any particular speed. We just need this thing pushing it. And then if we put our fan contraption set up like we had before, with a bucket of water pushing this out, and then just something to stop it preemptively beforehand, we can wash all of this and see what the 52 eventually washes into. So what this is going to do for us is it's going to wash this, all of it, into basically nuggets. Now, it's a little bit more work in the long run, especially to automate, but I think it's going to be more worth it. I think it'll definitely be more worth it. And I can do a lot of this until we automate it off camera. But just to show you all what half a stack can eventually yield us. In this version, it seems really good. And we definitely got double and a little bit more. So we got double and 7 ingots. So that's not too bad. Definitely not too bad. And we don't have to waste fuel this way trying to cook it as well. So, but I think that's going to do it for today. So I want to say thank you all so much for watching. We got to ore processing and now we're going to have to set this up and make it look gorgeous. Might do a little bit of work off camera to maybe try to figure out where to put some of this and how I want to lay it up with our build here. But we'll see. I will definitely keep you guys up to note on that. I might do a little bit of work on our mine colonies here as well. Maybe trying to see about relocating our builder over into a proper spot like here. Like I said, we'll see how that goes. Let's see if I can get some time and all of that good stuff. Still got to edit all these out and some other new videos hopefully coming very soon, if not already out. So thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you guys have any helpful tips, tricks, or comments, feel free to put them in the comment section down below. And hopefully I will see you all back in the next exciting episode. Until then, goodbye.